and boots and boots and cats and boots. Oh, we're live. Hey guys, we were just beatboxing, or practicing. Bonnie and I are starting up a rap group, and we're actually backing up Big Sal. He's the headliner of the group, and we're gonna back him up with the boots and cats and boots and boots and cats and cats and boots and boots and cats and boots and the cats and the boots and the boots and the cats. I think it's how that's gonna go. It's gonna be great. Right, Sal? No?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Gee, well, let's see. Are there people here? No.
Oh, we just started. Give it a couple minutes.
There was no one here. No one.
Give it a couple minutes. Give it a couple minutes.
Oh, okay. There's people.
I gotta send a link out.
We got people. We got people. We got people here. We've got people here. Yeah. Let me get that. Let me get that boots and cats and boots. That link ready here. Boots and cats and boots. Boots and cats and boots.
Hey, Kevin.
Yo.
I'm gonna give you two hints for this movie that I just watched. William Dafoe is in it, and it has Irish characters in the movie.
Irish characters in the movie.
With William Dafoe.
Oh, come on.
You already know what it is, Donald?
Yes, of course I do.
I know it's something simple too. I don't know why right now it's escaping me.
It's escaping me as well.
Oh, you guys are embarrassing yourselves.
I know you're probably right.
I mean, it's technically part of the name is also a comic strip. Does that help?
That is true.
Does that help at all?
Right. Hold on.
Oh God, you're gonna look it up. You cheats. You dirty cheats.
I'm on.
Ah, you dirty little rat.
You dirty cheat. You dirty cheating rats.
You give up.
I do.
It's okay. Last hint: the cartoon show that Donald was talking about has two black kids that are voiced by a female.
They talk about getting sleepy after you eat. Famous episode about it. No.
Wow, we're more blacker than Kevin.
Well,
apparently
we knew that. We knew that from the start.
I'm more Mexican than you then, Sal.
Yeah. How many tacos do you eat in a week?
Impossible.
Yeah.
That's impossible, sir.
Sal hides tacos on his body. One time I was hungry. He lifted up his shirt and he's like.
First of all, I have a taco headband from
taco headband.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
from Donald's mom.
That's not a joke either. That's actually true.
you see his face? He really did not believe me for a split second.
No, it's true. It's true.
He looked at the camera. He's like, "Yeah, right."
That's wild.
I have a picture. I have proof. I have a picture. Nezzy's here. Hello, Nezzy. Inez.
Nez.
There we go. We were trying to act hard too, not like in our pants, but just like hard with our bandanas on.
The boys in the hood are hard.
Right. But there we are. Look at
that. My nephew was wearing the Star Wars headband for his gender reveal. He's having twin girls.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought you were like, he's finally decided he's a man. I was like, oh, okay. Well, congratulations.
Yep.
That's cool though. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Congratulations to him.
What's the due date?
There could be Scorpios or Sagittarius. So either November or December.
All right, that'll be close.
Okay. Let's hope. Come on, November.
Yep,
come on, November.
I'll teach them the ways.
Be
of the
normal.
Scorpio.
Come on, November. Don't be all about yourself. Come on.
Well,
November.
if it was up to Bonnie and Donald, it'd be August.
I mean, duh.
Yeah. The August babies are amazing babies. You kidding me?
It's
I think Camille would agree too.
To be born.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As well as the other.
It's pretty amazing.
Dr. Olivia.
John Fox is here. John Fox, hello.
Mr. Fox.
Hey,
Mr.
I
Fox.
think I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week, but I'm gonna mention it again because it's right here. I hit up John and I was like, hey, we should get some of these, and he was like, I'm on it. So thank you, John, for getting the Jason Momoa vodka signed by Jason Momoa.
Oh,
that's pretty awesome. I will not be drinking this. I'm gonna buy another bottle. I saw it at Rouse. so I could buy it to try it.
Is it really
it's
signed by him?
It's like $22. Yes, it's really signed by him.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah.
bottle for $22.
Sure, it's not a
I
mushroom
know,
stand?
and it's got it's like this is a metal etched like symbol on there too. They put some money into this bottle, which is nice. And it does say Aquafire Spring Batch because he's Aquaman. Get it? Aquafire. Batch number 1. It is a
Wow.
grain distilled vodka though. It's not potato distilled, which is a bit of a letdown, but whatever. You know, what are you gonna do? It'll be. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Sagittarius for the win. You would say that. Mom says hi. Oh, my mom and dad are here. Everybody say hi to my mom and dad.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. McKinney.
Hello, mom and pops.
Hi.
And Mr. Sean says a very good and cool evening to one and all. Show some love to that like button. Thank you, Mr. Sean. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Mr. Sean.
And Adam Lemna says, hey, you all.
Adam is one of the gentlemen who visited the shop.
Hey,
Good to see
Adam.
you, sir.
Thanks for popping on. Kevin, do you pay them to get people to pop on? Or do you threaten them?
No,
I'm
it's
just
in
curious to the
budget.
process.
You forgot.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have a budget. We have a budget.
Oh. Is that why my bank account's always, like, low?
Yes,
Because you're just
that's right.
handing out money? Son of
Look,
a... Okay.
we're paying Sal $500 just to do tonight's show. You know
That, well, I know he's expensive. I get that. Yeah, but he did say he was going to rap at the end, so we got that.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's why we were practicing at the beginning. Boots and cats and cats and boots and boots and... Come on, Bonnie. Boots and cats and cats and boots and
I
boots and
rap
cats and cats
about,
and
you
boots and-
know, happy tree friends.
Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah, the Cranston Paul one is better, John. That's true. The Breaking Bad tequila. It was signed better too. They signed the actual label of the tequila rather than the bottle itself, which makes it really hard to preserve. As you can see with the other dude, whoever signed this, his signature did not quite make it. Like it's all like smeared and stuff. But at least Momoa's signature is nice. They were like, protect Jason. Protect the Momoa at all costs.
At all costs.
What about the other guy? Fuck him. Protect Momoa. Yeah. So there we go.
You know, that signature is worth a lot of money. You're aware of that, right?
What? Which one?
Momoa's signature.
Is it? Apparently it's only
Yeah.
worth like $30, 40, I don't know.
Should be worth more than that.
Well, you can get him to sign your chesticles sometime, Kevin, if you wish.
Chesticles.
Yeah.
Chesticles.
Yeah. You get to figure out what that means.
All right,
Is
I'll
Oh,
pick that
boy.
one up.
Man, and we're talking about surviving Comic-Con. This is going to be glorious. First of all, there's going to be a lot of Ninja Turtle people there this year, so I am coming prepared.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn, that's hot.
Those are actually
Damn.
pretty awesome.
Women are gonna throw themselves at you if you wear that out there, bro.
I figured so. Yeah.
Show them the turtle shell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show 'em my turtle tail.
Oh God.
I'll be like, hey ladies, you know I'm single. Huh? You like turtles? Huh?
And they'll be like, no say.
Hey, where you
turtles-
going? Come back!
Turtles, you say? Show me.
She's probably gay. There we go. That'll be the answer. Ah, shit. Don't worry, I won't be full Donald tonight. I'll be half Donald.
That's
And-
still dangerous.
I know it's still dangerous though. It is. It really is. It really is.
Really.
Yeah, we've got Comic-Con survival tips. Now this is going to be very important for Inez because this will be her first time going to Comic-Con.
Oh, she's going.
Ooh.
So
Exciting.
she's probably got a pen and paper out and she's ready to take notes, which is good because I think it's important. You definitely need to do that.
That is good. That is good. You know what? You want me to do a quick intros for everyone here because some people may not know who some of these folks are.
Sure, go ahead. Our names are there, but give us an intro.
All right. The man in that blue headset, a man who is insane, a man from that beautiful great state of Ohio. He was, for reasons unknown to me, back in the day, was voted Mr.
Back in the
Teen,
day.
Mr. Teen Ohio back in 1997. He was also voted the 2022 North Hollywood Sexiest Man of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, This man gets ladies to throw their undergarments at him when he is at his peak. He is the original Donald.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Next, we go to a fine young lady who's originally from that great state of Arizona. She is a lady who practices the deadly arts of Cobra Kai. If you cross her, if you get in her way, she will make you pay the price and break your arm and legs. And she's also one of the best Polynesian dancers in the West Coast today. Give it up for Miss Bonnie Tubb. And last, but certainly not least, a man who has not been on our show in a few months. A man who we honor today, and we're so happy to be here with us. He's a man who comes from the harsh streets of Santa Clarita. He is a man who spits homicidal rhymes. He will make sure that you will enjoy his video game knowledge. He also has a Twitch channel called Osiris Reed. Give it up again for, once again, our great friend. He is known as Big Sal Herman.
Welcome back, Sal.
Thank you.
And of course, I am your humble servant, your humble podcaster, the Grand Master of the Jedi and Vulcan Arts, your Supreme Chancellor, Brother Kevin. And I know Donald is a little nervous right now because he's trying to pull something out. I know he's trying to find that special box.
You want me to pull something out, Kevin? Is
Pull it.
that what you want?
Pull
Always
it.
encouraging.
You pull
Give it to the
You want me
people.
pull it
Bring
All right.
out the box.
All right, you asked
Pull out
for
the
it.
box.
That's right. I'm going to pull out on all of you. It's going to be great. Don't worry. You're going to love it. First up, we've got some fun stuff this time. This is where I talk about comic books that I have read in the last week. Some of them are brand new. Some of them it could be a week old. Some of them like 2 months. Some of them a year past. And I'm like, I just found this. So this is where this is going. Let's start with the worst of the bunch. And by the worst, I mean it's not terrible, but it's just they don't explain a goddamn thing. The Last Wardens for Mad Cave, and this is the second week in a row I've had a Mad Cave book where I'm just like, And the same thing with this one. I don't understand it. I'm going to give it a 5 because it could have potential. The Last Wardens are these weird, like, elemental mutant characters or something. I don't know. They don't explain what they're for. This girl she was going to go to school. She dropped out of school to help take care of her dad and to pay rent so the house doesn't get, taken away from him. So she's working all the time. Her dad's a drunk. And it's all because her brother went to the war, Vietnam, and I believe it was Vietnam, and never came back. And suddenly her brother returns. And he turns into a monster in the middle of the living room, and then these wardens show up, which are these mutants, and they're kind of like supposed to, maybe like Ninja Turtles or Biker Mice from Mars, or that kind of a character. They're sassy, but you don't get to know them, and it doesn't explain anything. So all you're left with is a very large amount of confusion at the end. So I can't wholeheartedly recommend it without getting into a couple more issues. So I'm going to give it to where that there could be potential, but it's not a good read for issue 1. It's just So I'm going to give it a 5. There you go, The Last Wardens. If you have an abundance of cash, pick it up. If you don't, let it go. It's fine. You've got other things to worry about. We're going to go with Paranoid Gardens. This is Gerard Way. Helped write this one. He's from, if I recall, My Chemical Romance, I want to say.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm not great on my 2000s indie rock bands, but I try. So this is about a nursing home, basically, a care facility, where the building itself is some form of an alien, and aliens live there, and some aliens run it, and it's all wackadoo. I didn't hate it. I didn't think it's something that I needed in my life, but I don't hate it. So I'm gonna go to 5.5 with this, just because I think that there could be also potential in it, but I needed more in the first issue. So it's better than The Last Wardens for sure. So if you had to choose between the two of these, I would go with this one. So Paranoid Gardens from Dark Horse Comics. Up next, lo and behold, I said it a minute ago, Biker Mice from Mars. Yes, the Sunday cartoon that we all knew and loved from the 90s is back. We have Vinny, Driveway, Crankshaft, and I can't remember all the names. I just remember Vinny, and that's it. And he's the white mouse. But anyway, it's about basically in the cartoon, we only learned really about their story on Earth, but we're getting a little more backstory here. They're fleshing out the characters more. They're showing you that there's importance behind them. There's family behind them. I liked it. I dug it. I didn't think it was perfect, but I thought it definitely is a step in the right direction, and it could be a lot of fun. Now, if we could only get back, what was that one show? Ecto Squad. If we could only get back Ecto Squad into comic book form, I'd be one happy camper, let me tell you. But that's it. Biker Mice from Mars. I give it about a 6.5. I think it's good. 6.5, I think. Check it out if you have some extra scratch. I think it's $4 or $5. And then last but not least, my favorite of the bunch is the 15th Doctor. We've got Doctor Who #1. Don't ask me to ever pronounce this guy's name, the new Doctor. I will never be able to tell you. I want to say it's Nickelback Fezziwig or something like that. I don't know his name. I cannot pronounce it to save my life.
Oh my God.
I'm terrible with names. Everybody knows this. I'm great with faces. Terrible with names. But we get started off right away with the Cybermen, which everybody knows and loves. It's a great story. I don't really want to get into it too much because I don't want to spoil it for you people. But there's a planet, basically it's Earth, that is dying, and everybody was supposed to leave, but they had, and this is what I think is clever. They had giant shopping malls that you could basically live in, and people could buy things, and there was groceries and everything. So some people chose not to go, and they're just staying behind in these shopping malls. But there's something sinister going on in the shopping malls. And that's where the new Doctor steps in. It's a lot of fun. It's a great introduction to the character. It's actually better than the first episode of the 15th Doctor's BBC series written by Russell T. Davies. So Russell T. Davies, you have some work to do. Dan Waters has got one up on you, sir. So if you get a chance, check this out. I give this an 8. It is a lot of fun. It is very good, and I highly recommend it. It's only $3.99, Titan Comics, Doctor Who. Check it out. They will have a booth at Comic-Con, by the way. They always do. It'll be around the B section, by the way, on the floor, and they do a lot of event signings. So I would not be surprised if they had the Doctor come to the booth to sign. You can find that out. How, Bonnie, can you find that out?
How can you
Through the
on the
app.
app? Sorry. I zoned out.
Yeah, no, your response was great because I could tell you were searching. It's like me on the phone with my dad earlier. And he's like, "Don't you think?" And I was like, I don't know. I don't think that's great. And he's like, "You weren't listening, were you?" And I was like, "No, I wasn't." This car pulled out, and I was worried I was going to get hit, so I was paying attention to that. As a pedestrian out in Los Angeles, by the way, just cover yourself, duct tape pillows to yourself, or some type of inflatable tubage for when you inevitably get hit when you're walking, because people that drive do not pay the fuck attention. Like, people out here can't drive in general. Like, I'd say probably 70% of the people cannot drive. And out of that 70%, probably about half, so 35%, have hit somebody with their car. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be part of that percentile. So I'm very vigilant as far as a pedestrian's concerned. And you should be too if you're walking in any place that contains cars or vehicles of some type of possible vehicular manslaughter that could take place. So
trains too. Gotta include trains.
Yeah, random trains on the street. Yes, Kevin. But anyway, I've
Just
done
be
pulled
careful
out.
with the tracks.
I'm good. Let's we're done with the pulling out. Oh, Sammy says, Donald, my mom wanted me to say hi to you from North Carolina. Well, hi to your
Oh, wow.
mother, Sammy. Tell her I said hello. Inez says, yes, it is. I'm dyeing my hair and taking notes. There we go. Sean says, I hope it's not too late of a suggestion, but in one of the next 2 shows, how about an Olympic theme since the Paris Games are about to kick off? Maybe movies with an Olympic tie-in. It's possible. I've literally
chariots
of
we
fire.
have nothing planned for next week because I wasn't sure what days I was
Yeah,
going down for Comic-Con. But it turns out I'm not going down the entire time, which is actually good for my wallet. So I'm not going down the entire time, but I am going a couple days, and so I'll be down there Wednesday and Thursday. So anybody that's down Wednesday and Thursday, we will be primarily a lot of times stopping in at the Abysmal booth in Section B, right near the front, for his Isle of Monstro movie that he's got. He made an animated movie. He made an animated movie, and he has so much talent involved in it. It's crazy. It's something that he should be very proud of. I've seen clips. It looks amazing. I think that when it comes out, if you get a chance, we should all check it out. It's Isle of Monstro, and it will be in the B section of Comic-Con the whole entire time. And they're going to be signings. They're going to have a panel and everything. It's going to be nuts. Let's see. Doctor Who, says Sammy, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Hector Hernandez says, Mr. Sean, instead of Olympic theme, we can do Ozempic themed with best TV and movies by the top using Ozempic Hollywood actors and actresses.
That's so messed up.
Let's not say we did, Hector. Let's just not say we did. And
We're not trying to get canceled.
Nezzy says, what is this app Bonnie was talking about? It's the San Diego Comic-Con app, Inez. If you download it, it will give you a map of the floor. It gives you panels and times. It will also allow you to put in notes and things and mark stuff in certain booths that you want that you can categorize and then look at later. The only setback that we were talking about earlier is when you get, 400,000 people in one area at a time, your cell service is rubbish. So the app will half work half the time. It won't work all the time. So when you're back at your hotel or whatever, or you're outside and you're getting a snack out by the pier or at the Gaslamp District or whatever, having lunch, that's when you do your work. And you get on there and you do all that stuff. And then you do screenshots if you want. I like the screenshot method just in case you can't open the app even. And then you take that into the con floor and then you look up exactly everything you want. And then you do it. What we've normally
I would
used to
set
do...
up alarms for myself.
That's good too. What we normally would do, Kevin and I and a few others, is we would set up a game plan and we would team up. So I would say, hey, Kevin, I am going to go to the Dark Horse booth. Is there anything you need? And he would say, why, yes, there is, brother. I would like to get the Hellboy autographed statue signed by Jason Momoa. And I'd be like, Jason Momoa's nice. Oh, I believe he is, brother. And I'd be like, okay, all right, well, I'll look for it. And then he'd be like, well, is there anything that you might want? I'm going to the IDW booth. And I'd be like, well, as a matter of fact, I would like this Elric, the Necromancer, signed by one of the creators, and he's supposed to be there. And he'd be like, okay, well, go ahead and hand it over to me. And I'd hand it to him. And then we would high five in the middle of the floor, and then we'd split up. That's a great idea. Doing that
That is the exact
maximizes,
interaction that I witnessed when I ran into you guys that one time.
Yeah.
Word for word.
right? See? Yeah, that's what I
You
did.
gotta do the high five to share the energy.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, you
split.
definitely got you do the high five. Yeah.
It's the jumping high five too.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Kevin and I used to slap our wangs together, but then we got told
What?
to not do that. So
Oh, I don't know about
we did
that.
the high
I don't know about
five
that.
from then on.
Speak to
So-
yourself.
so
It
you
was the
guys-
first 5 years,
Yourself.
Kevin, and we didn't get told
Speak for
nothing.
yourself.
5 years in a row, slapping wangs. No one said a word, but then suddenly we're not allowed to do it anymore. So we just had
First
to
of
start
all,
high
you
fiving.
know that your parents would not approve of such wickedness.
No more lightsaber fights. I see. That's awesome.
Yeah. Kevin's like, you're about to face the dark side.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'd be like, well, I'll just use the Force, Kevin. Well, hello there. Oh, boy. Okay.
I see the Swartz is bigger than mine.
That's where I was going.
Okay, so am I getting the name right? Aruma? Aruma?
Is it Arme?
Arme. God damn it. Okay. Arme.
Hi.
I gotta rewrite this down. I'm sorry, Arme. I'm gonna write it down just like that. And then I'm gonna asterisk it so I get it right next time. Arme. Sorry, Cage. I fucked up. It says, believe it or not, people are worse at driving anywhere else other than America. Okay, so quick thing on that. I landed in China in Chengdu, and I wanted to go to the panda preserve there. And so I got a taxi, and a lady at the desk politely wrote on a napkin, "Take me where the pandas are." And I'm not kidding. I translated it, and it said, "Take me where the pandas are." That's the note I gave the taxi driver. And he looks at it, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And so he's driving me down the road, smoking 6 cigarettes at the same time, right? And decides, there's 6 lanes of traffic. He decides he's going to make a 7th by going between 2 cars that are riding the berm on both sides. He goes in between. I'm not much for praying, but I did during that ride. So Arme, you're not wrong. There's a lot worse drivers out there for sure. And if Chris was here, he would also talk to you about our experience on a tuk-tuk in Bangkok and how we almost died multiple times there. Hanzo, Philippe, I will be there out of the 4 of us. I don't believe anybody else but me is going down there. I'll be down there on Wednesday and Thursday, but coming back Thursday evening. Mr. Sean says, let's workshop it. There are plenty of people who will be watching those amazing athletes in Paris. They will be begging their doctors for Ozempic. It could work. Alex Banquita's here, everybody. Say hi to Alex.
What's up, Alex? And you're absolutely right.
Yo.
Miami drivers are terrible, too.
Yeah, and then Arme says, no worries, LOL. So, yeah, I'm trying. Alex says, no atheists in foxholes for Donald.
Sounds like a comic book.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It does. In cars, anyway. Yeah, that's true. No, you're not wrong. Yeah, like I became religious when I was in that car in China.
They wanted you to be close to God for sure.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we have a lot to discuss in very limited time. So we're going to be talking about surviving Comic-Con. So for those of you that are going, we have some very good notes for you that I think are important. One of those notes, of course, was the app, but we have getting there. Okay, let's say, for example, Inez has a Thursday pass, and she's going to go down on Thursday, right? If you can't find a place to go down Wednesday and stay over and go on Thursday, and you're going to go down on Thursday, what time did they get up, Kevin? What time do you think you should get up?
Oof. Like they had driving down? Oof. Yeah,
Okay.
5, 6 a.m.
Yeah,
I
like
would
5
say
or 6
4.
a.m. So get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and head down because
Traffic's no joke.
traffic is no joke. It's going to take you probably, 4.5 hours, somewhere around there?
Shouldn't be that bad. Maybe 3.5 at worst.
If there's no accidents.
If there's no accidents.
Right, which luck may have it that there could be. So just knock on wood before you go. And I'm doing that now. Yeah, so plan ahead for time. Definitely give... what'd you say? I just went to Miami Comic-Con, and where was I? I wasn't there, Alex. I'm sorry. So give yourself ample time to get there because the con floor opens, I believe it's at 10 a.m. And as soon as that floor opens, everybody's scooped up all the exclusives. Like, you're just going to get leftovers by the time it's noon. If you got a pass early and it's under your name and you signed up for the exclusives portal and you got in, it'll give you a time. But if you did not do any of that, when you did not sign up or anything, then you're not going to get into some of these. You're not going to get into the Funko booth, in other words. You're not going to get into Hasbro.
Lego.
You're not going to get into Lego. You're not going to get into Mattel. They changed all that in the last 5 years. They kind of shit all over everybody in a way. But it's also good because you no longer have to spend half of your time just circling a booth trying to get in to make sure that you could get something. So what your goal should be is the smaller booths. the more independent booths, the booths that might have something that you want and that you're like, oh, I don't know if I want that, but let me circle it. So make a list of your absolute wants, and then make a list of your reserve wants, and then make a list of your final desperate wants. And then if you don't get any of that, just be happy with being there and enjoying yourself. Be happy being amongst your fellow nerds and having a good time.
There's 1,000 things to do while you're there. 1,000 things to do.
Go outside. Go outside and visit the exhibits out there.
You'll find something.
Go have some fun. There's a lot of, like, a couple years ago. Let me grab it real quick since, let's see if this headphone set will reach that far. I don't think it will, but let's see. Yeah. I got it. My hands work. A couple years ago, The Tick came out on Amazon, and they had a booth outside that you could get into. So you just had to wait in line, and once you got in line, at the end, they gave you a free shirt. And you could choose what you wanted it to say. Like, they had a select, like, 4 or 5, and it says, "Here we go, chum. This is the big time. This is the show." And it says, Amazon Original The Tick. It's a great shirt, and I got it in a medium, which kind of looks like a large. I've never worn it because I love The Tick, and I just have hung on to it for so long, but I feel like I should, at this point, wear it, because it's no longer popular again. Sadly, the show got canceled. But just swag like that pops up all the time that you can get. That they'll hand out sunblock and little mini fans and stuff. Hulu will hand them out when you're just walking around. You can get free bottles of water at a lot of places and stuff. And just make sure you hydrate plenty. That's a key one too. But yeah, don't be disappointed if you don't get into something, to a particular panel, or get a particular item that you wanted. Just go in thinking that none of it's going to happen. That way, if it does, you're pleasantly surprised. I've always told myself that I will stop going to Comic-Con when the magic ends. Like when there's every year I've gone, something like beautiful has happened or magical for me or something special, and I've been like, oh, well, this is why I go. So I continue to go for that reason. But if it starts to become more of a burden than a pleasure, then I'll stop going. But Kevin and I, up until this year, Kevin and I have been going every year.
2007.
Since 2006.
No, that was with.
Oh, that's right. I went a year before you. That's right, with Pete. Yeah,
Pete.
So since 2007, Kevin and I together have been going down. And this will be the first time since then, technically, that we haven't gone, if you don't count COVID times.
Right.
We've got a couple people throwing in some comments, so let me get to these real quick.
Hey, Kim. Hi, Kimberly.
Nezzy says, "Oh dear, my brother is driving, so going to have to really plan it out." Oh boy. Sabrina says, "Kevin, are you coming to Comic-Con?"
On the driving, I don't know if they still do it or not, but the last year that I went, which was quite a while ago, it was probably like 8 years ago, was the last time I went, I think. But the last time I went, I was actually staying with somebody in Oceanside because I didn't have a hotel. The people I thought I was going to be staying with in San Diego proper, that fell through.
Mm-hmm.
So instead I was staying with a friend in Oceanside. And what I ended up doing was, I don't know if they still have it, but if they do, it's a great tip, I think, was parking at Qualcomm Stadium was free. And then you could take a discount train that would drop you off right across from the convention center.
Nice.
And that saved a lot of time, spent in traffic and everything. Because right around Oceanside is where it would start getting like crazy heavy and crowded anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It was easy to park at Qualcomm. There's like 10,000, spaces available.
We did the train once, Kevin, if I recall right. We did the trolley. And it was fine. There really was no issue for it.
Difference between the train and the trolley, but still, yeah, the trolley is also another really great system down there too.
Yeah.
And
I think that one's free within a certain number of stops.
That I don't know. And
remember. Also, the Comic-Con shuttle system is free if you could, hop a ride on that.
Right, and you don't have to have been going to a particular hotel in order to get on the shuttle. Let's say you are at a hotel that is 3 hotels down from a hotel that the shuttle stops at. You just walk your ass down to that hotel and hop on that free shuttle because you deserve it too. You know what I mean? Like, you put in the time, you put in the effort. Just because your hotel isn't on the list, who gives a shit? Just get in line. Get in line, get on the bus. You know, enjoy yourself. The farthest ride you could get on a shuttle is, I think, half an hour is the farthest away that it takes for you to get someplace with the shuttle bus. So it's not bad. There's lots of places you can go, lots of places on the Comic-Con list, and lots of places that aren't, that are off the beaten path, that are well worth going to. So advice is also, like Bonnie said, kind of explore the areas where you're at, too. Like, if you're decided to go to Old Town, and you got a hotel there, and you're taking the train in, or the trolley, or whatever, see what's around Old Town, you know? Kind of visit the area, because you don't always get to be there. So, I mean, that's nice, too. I know I spent thousands of dollars to be here. Yes, I get that. But not every moment needs to be at the convention. Sometimes you can have some fun outside of that convention. You can have a nice dinner outside of the convention. You don't stop eating the goddamn nachos. Stop it. You're going to get diarrhea. I'm telling you now.
Expensive.
You're going to get fire shits.
While I get the appeal of the nachos,
No.
I agree. You
It's
can
terrible.
find those better elsewhere. You know?
Definitely better nachos. Their nachos are just the
And they're
processed
not gonna
cheese
cost
sauce
you, like,
and the
25
pickled
bucks.
jalapenos, and that's what you get. That's all that's on
Lord.
their nachos.
And they
So-
charge your arm, a leg, and a foot for it too.
Yeah, so you're going to get diarrhea. Quick comment
You don't
here.
need to pay $25 for nachos.
Sammy says, I'd love to go one day, never been. Grace says, that shirt goes hard. Thank you, Grace. Tracy says, Funko Asia, if they have a booth, usually has some of the cool exclusives, and you don't need to apply for that one. Ah, there we go. Nice tip, Tracy. Alex says, can we talk about Donald giving the Scout booth a hard time for not carrying Headless at SDCC a year or two ago? Man, they deserved every bit of it. Alex wrote a comic book called Headless, and
Yes, he did.
Scout Comics did not bring any copies of that book to SDCC. So when I went there and I asked for it, they were like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have it. And I was like, why? I was like, he's only one of the most talented writers you have. Why don't you have it? Why? And then I pulled up another book and I was like, what's this shit? I was like, this probably isn't good. But I said, you know what is? Headless. And so, yeah, so I definitely did give him a little bit of shit. I think I was maybe drunk, too, at the
If the
time.
Hulk was in Donnie that day, he would have came out for sure.
Just try to flip. If I could have lifted the table, it was really heavy. If I could have lifted the table, I would have flipped it. Louis yelling spoon for the tick shirt.
Sure.
Kimberly says hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving. All right. I'm sure it was something she put in and it just doesn't update on my end or something. Kimberly says, yo, Osiris. Hello. And Hector says, what's the best nerdy swag you guys have in your wardrobe? I have a sick Nightwing leather jacket and also a Star-Lord leather jacket. Hector, I also have that Star-Lord leather jacket, good sir. But I think the near and dear to me would be the Blue Beetle costume. That's the one I'm most proud of walking around with as the Blue Beetle. I did that last year. I will not be going in cosplay this year because I realized last year Fat Blue Beetle is not something people need to see. So I retired him this year until I can get my six-pack back.
There you
now
go.
I'm working on a
Just get
keg.
yourself a girdle.
Yeah, I should. Let's see. Kim says I
Don't be
didn't.
ashamed
Oh,
of your
okay.
body, Donnie.
Jesse says, hey, Kevin, can I come with you? I'll drive, but you have to get me a ticket.
What's up, Jesse? Unfortunately, I'm not going this year. I have to work. But next year, I'm definitely going to be back.
Kimberly says, living the American life? And then Jesse says, fire shit sound like fun. No, they're
No.
not. They're not fun at all. Inez says, when in San Diego,
That's
do you
the
have to go
last
to Phil's
place you wanna
barbecue?
get fired.
Fuck no. Inez, don't fucking go there. Don't, I swear to God, don't fucking go to Phil's barbecue. Don't go there. If you go, first of all, it's not even the original spot. That place burnt down. They just remade it. So it's not even technically anything there that if you touch, oh, Tom Cruise touched this. No, he didn't, because that shit burnt down. That whole place. And the barbecue there sucks. It sucks. It's not good. If you want to just have a drink, sure, go for a drink. But please don't eat there. It's not, no, don't, please. Just don't eat there. Across the street from there, or catty corner, is one of the bigger hotels. And normally every year they come up with Comic-Con themed food. And last year they had the Hulk burger. It was delicious. It was served on a green bun. So if you get a chance to have that, that's great. That's a lot of fun. That's good. The burger / taco fish spot down by the pier, it's just a little shack, is great. And then there's some other spots in the Gaslamp District that are great. Any of the diners, though, you just go because they remade it to look like something, you know. So you go for the flair or whatever. You don't go there for the food. So just a tip there. Kim says no one wants diarrhea. Town says what's up. Oh, okay. Hi, Towns. Alex says Donald is a good friend. LOL. Well, I try. Kev, call out, says Jesse. So there you go, Kev. Why don't you just call out and then see if you can get in. You know what you should tell him? You should be like, don't you know who I am? I'm from Star Wars. I'm John Boyega.
Just
Yeah,
pull
right.
pull rank.
Do
in
your best.
job,
Kevin, give us your best British accent
Well,
right now.
You know, Sal, that's a bad idea. This is like my 4th week on the job. I don't think that's a good idea to be doing that.
Just grab your bowls and say, "Hey, I gotta go somewhere," and then that's it.
That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Or
Okay,
just
so
give
Kevin,
him the,
Kevin,
Puss in
Kevin.
Boots eyes.
Give us your
What?
best British accent right now, so you can do the John Boyega thing if you have to.
I can't even do a
Come on.
British accent.
Come on,
to save
Kevin.
my life.
Just try it. Just try it.
No.
Just go. Just go. Just go.
Oh,
Something like,
Lord.
"Hello, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?"
You know what? I actually have an idea.
That's more cocky.
Let's do the
Yeah, I
old
know.
Chinese
Still
movie.
British.
You know, the Saturday morning Chinese movie. You actually do the dub for me. So I have my lips move, and you do the
Oh, you
British
want?
accent
Okay.
for me.
Okay. All right. So I'll. Hello, love. You care for some fish and chips? I was just. I don't have a ticket right now, but I was in Star Wars. I played Finn. You know who Finn is? He's a really cool character. I love Finn. I should probably do this. Finn's my favorite character of all because I play him, love. Do you not know who I am? I'm very important. Can you please just let me in? I know James Corden.
Okay,
I know
this is
James
more
Corden.
Like Jerry Hallowell.
Bro,
I also know James Hallowell too. We're very
You
close.
sound like Malfoy. You don't even sound like the other dude.
Freaking Ginger Spice. That's who you sound like. You sound like Ginger Spice.
There we go. Evan
Oh, you
Aldrich
ready to
goes,
fight
tally
Harry
ho! Inez says, "Leg, just call in sick the day of. That's what my brother and myself are doing. LOL. Oh my God, you can't say that on here. That place is so good." Inez says, "What are you
gotta
kidding?
Set it all up. Like
Phil's
oh, boss, I
Barbecue?
think I ate something bad tonight.
Oh my God, Inez,
then-
you have never had good food. I'm so sorry to hear that. You've never eaten a proper meal. Shit.
Just call your work and said you had too much Martinelli and that you have diarrhea. They'll
Yeah.
tell you to stay home.
And then when you say diarrhea, they'll go cha cha cha.
Now the problem is, Sal, I have to study for like tests, like 9 to 10 hours a day. So there's no way I can pull it off, even if I wanted to.
Well, they're
It's hard.
gonna ask for a sample.
Yeah, actually they will.
Send me the diarrhea. I'll tell you if
they
it's real.
They will.
Mr. Sean says, "Donald, thank you for coming to the audition. Please leave your photo with the girl at the door. Your parking will be validated." Thank you. Thank you. But it'll be Kevin that's going. So I'll be like, he'll wear an 8X shirt or something, and I'll just slip in behind him.
8X shirt?
Yeah,
I'm not
like,
that big.
I'll be in the shirt behind you, walking with you. So when you go in, you just do this, and I'll do the voice.
Wow. You know, an 8X shirt would be for like a
It's a
really,
great
really
idea.
super big dude, you know? Super big dude.
Oh my God!
Super-
The- of
super
course,
wrestler.
it's your
Not
brother's
like the
favorite
classic
spot.
Trench coat deal, you know.
I thought
Maybe
Donald was
we'll-
gonna say, "I'll be on your shoulders." Oh God, or something. But I'm gonna be
Yeah.
going to Comic-Con in LA in October.
Nice.
It's gonna be me, my sister, and my nephew Nick.
Los Angeles.
And my sister told me, that Ewan McGregor and Christian Haydenson, the guy that played Anakin, is gonna be there.
Said.
Oh, yeah,
Hello
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Part of it's
Yeah.
already sold out. I'm actually looking at that. You're talking about Hayden Christensen. That's what you're talking about, yes.
That's what I just said.
What's sold
What
out?
else? Sal, at LA Comic-Con, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, and Hayden Christensen are going to be there. So you can. Oh, by the way, you know what's going to be? The Back to the Future guys. Christopher Lloyd,
Yeah.
Michael J.
They're
Fox.
going to be in San Diego too.
Nice.
Did I just
cool.
like
Mhm.
did I just like say his name like in a Japanese way? Like I said his
That
last name
sounds like
first?
you did. Sound like you did.
Yeah, thank you for that,
Christian,
Kevin,
he
for
did
reminding me. I got to write that down because I do have. Remember, I have the a couple of the Hot Wheels I could get signed.
Yeah, that's true. I still have one left too. By the way, you know how much that goes for now on eBay?
No.
A
Oh,
lot
for
of money.
sure.
Do you think it goes for more
Bezzy?
with that USA Today newspaper that we all have?
That's not a bad idea.
All right.
Or the Pepsi,
I know where that's at too. I could bring that and get
or-
that signed.
or the Pepsi thing.
I don't have the Pepsi, but I know what you're
I'm
talking
still upset that I could never get the Pepsi Perfect.
about.
Yeah, that really pissed me. I tried. I was waiting. I was at work. I was waiting. Finger was on the button. Didn't get it.
Oh, there's also rumor that Rosario Dawson might make an appearance with Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
because
case.
she's scheduled,
I'm
she's scheduled
gonna-
to be there too.
Yeah, if she's there, I'm gonna want her to sign my foil of Ahsoka #1.
I was really
Oh, cool.
hoping that you were.
Stop, don't.
You were
You always try to make me look like
Yes,
I'm just like
Sal.
a pervert, bro. I
Yeah,
swear.
watch it.
That's
We-
to
we-
everybody.
we
I was
know
gonna
how
get her
I'm-
to sign my, and I was like, "Don't say penis, don't say penis, don't say penis."
Yeah,
Don't
we,
say
we,
penis."
we know one of her relatives,
Yeah.
so we can't have you do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
'cause,
that's
you
not
know,
allowed. That's a big no-no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to her, Don, and be like, "Do you sign balls?" You know, like.
Hello, love. I'm John Boyega. you signed my sack.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding, love. My name's Kevin Green.
You're terrible.
Yeah, Louis says there was a report about Comic-Con organizers struck a deal to stay in San Diego through 2026. I believe that is true.
Yeah, it's your extension.
And Kim says Sal is a pervy. So there we go. Yeah, it's been
Wow.
it's been
Kevin,
authenticated that Sal is
Kim,
a
shut
big
up.
pervert.
Well, if it isn't almost a birthday boy.
Yes. If you guys haven't seen Long Legs, go see it. It's great. He goes full Nick Cage. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Nick Cage Super Saiyan.
Oh, Alex says I had a huge crush on Rose McGowan after I saw Scream. What about now, buddy?
Aw.
Oof, oof, oof. No.
Just checking. Just checking. Let me know. Anyway, so we've talked about a few things, but let's talk about, like, once you're down there, right? You know, like, getting there, you've got your hotel or whatever, you're just going down for the day. What are some things that you would need as far as, like, snacks? I always think snacks because I'm a snacky person, and I feel like a lot of people get hangry. So it's good to have extra snacks in case you're dealing with somebody in line in front of you
It's
or
cheaper.
behind you that's just bitching or they seem angry or something. Be like, you know what? You could use a Snickers.
Or
Saves you
trail
some
mix.
time.
Or
Also,
some trail mix.
it makes a
Yeah.
friend. It might make a friend in line. One of my closest friends out here, I met in line for a movie. And it was my other friend's birthday that day, and I called out of work to go take him to the movies. And I think it was a double feature at the New Bev. And this is where I met Hilton in line. And we had gotten pizza and we had extra, so I handed it to him. He was standing in front of us in line, and we've been friends ever since. And that's been, what, at least 10, 15 years now we've been friends. So it's been a long time.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, at least 15 years.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So you could do that.
Beautiful story.
Yeah, you know, so get some snacks. As far as snacks is
I'm all
concerned,
about the individual packed snacks. So
Yes.
like, you know, bags of chips or little bags of trail mix or, you know, because they're easy to like throw in your bag
Trail
and you
mix
don't
is
really
good.
have to worry about them like making a mess or anything, you know. It's easy to portion out.
Yeah. Having some baby carrots in a Ziploc bag or some cookies, you know.
That's not a bad idea either.
Yeah. Some celery, but you got to make sure you have like a little ranch dip.
oh, you know what? And if you
Or
if you
peanut
run
butter.
into what's his name? Who's
Ooh,
the guy that
peanut
played?
butter.
Who's the guy that played MacGruber?
Oh
Uber.
God, no.
Oh,
Yeah, if you run into him, you could just stick the celery up your ass.
No, no. Stop. Don't finish that sentence.
He loves that.
Oh God.
Like it's Will Forte. Yeah,
Oh.
Will Forte. You run into
Is it-
Will Forte.
okay.
If you have the celery in your backpack, just pull it out and stick it right up your ass, or try to stick it up his. I think he'll find it hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scratch my butt and, you know, hand him some pretzels,
Oh,
some
Lord.
chocolate covered pretzels.
Yeah, you could do that.
Like in Mallrats.
Yep, you could do that if it's Jason Lee. I do recommend taking water. Even though there's a water fountain, take a bottle of water. You can constantly refill it outside in the
Yeah.
water bottle refill stations that they do have.
If
Also,
you can ice it.
yes,
because-
if you're going to be outside particularly, put a couple bottles of water in the freezer the night before and take them out and take them with you so you have something to put on your neck, on your body to keep you cool while you're waiting in line, because it's not cold out during con. Never is. It's always hot. It's usually balls hot. So stick
Battery
it on
charger?
you, and you can keep yourself cool. That's not food though, I don't think, unless you eat that, you robot. Peanut butter and
Wait.
jelly sandwiches, easy and quick, travels well in small containers. You get the protein, you get the sugar, you get the carbs, which turns into sugar, so you get a nice sugar rush with some good protein there. And if you want to get bougie, get the blackberry jam. Get the chocolate peanut butter. Do whatever you want. There's
Like
lots of
marmalade.
choices. Put some fluffernutter in there, or some fluff to make a fluffernutter sandwich if you want.
Nutella.
Yeah,
Nutter
Nutella.
butters.
Yeah. Another one I really like is turkey jerky. It's low fat, low in cholesterol, and it's really high in protein. Plus, it usually comes in a resealable container. Trail mix, like Bonnie
Like
said,
this.
it's good for a quick energy burst. I almost always pack an apple for fiber because it's either going to go one way or the other usually at the con. Either you're going to get bound up or you're going to have the shits. So take an apple to kind of keep that maintained, so you're right in the middle. So you have healthy bowel movements every single day. It's important because you do not want to use the toilets at the con if you can avoid them. You want to go
But
in
if
your
you do-
hotel before you get there.
But if you do, we do have on the list to carry the wipes.
Yes, the wipes. Oh my God, let me pull that up. Thank you, Kevin. Let me pull up a picture so you guys can see what we're talking about. This is important.
Make
What-
sure you get the lotion scented wipes.
Soft wipes. Here we go. Boom, right there, guys. A giant picture to show you. These are baby wipes, but you know what we mean with these. You want to get the biodegradable ones, the ones that you can flush. You don't want to use these baby wipes because then you're going to be throwing them in the trash, and then someone's going to walk by and see your shit in the trash can and be like, "Oh, that's nasty." No one wants turds in the trash. So use the regular biodegradable or easily to break down in the septic system wipes that you could take with you. Wipe your bum, give it a nice refresh. The ones that I prefer have the mint and the chamomile in them. Those are delightful. It's almost like you're giving a breath mint to your butthole.
Well,
You
also,
Oh my
let's go.
god.
Aloe vera. Aloe vera is good too.
Yes, Kevin, you're very right. Aloe vera is very soothing. Very soothing. Let's see. We got some more comments, so give me a second. So you guys take your own snacks and waters in. Yes, Inez.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper. You save so much money.
Another thing I think you should take is emergency drinks. Keep your immune system up. Like vitamin C, zinc.
Lots of germs.
Zinc, vitamin
Lots of
C, vitamin
germs.
C, zinc. I actually caught COVID last year at Comic-Con. So it's very easy. If you are easy to get sick, take some masks. I don't care if it's not cool looking. If someone's sitting beside you and it's inevitable that someone's going to sit beside you and they're going to start coughing, and if they're like Julio at the shop and they're just an open mouth cougher and they don't cover their mouth with their hands, you just try to shy away from that. But you can't sometimes because you're just stuck there and you
There
can't.
will be open mouth coffers.
Yeah, and you can't get up sometimes. So who gives a shit? It'll shame them if you just take it out of your purse or out of your backpack or whatever and put the damn mask on it, look over at them and go. And then just continue on and enjoy your day because they're the asshole. You're not.
Make sure you have the bell too.
Yeah.
Shame.
Shame them with the bell.
Shame.
Yeah, so the
Take
snack
a
thing
mask
we
out
got
of the
down.
back pocket and hand it to them. Be like,
Shame.
here.
Yeah.
Shame.
Sammy says, I think I was happy not knowing this. I can't remember now. Hector says, you guys eat fruits and apples outside of your home. I do it only in the privacy of my home. Well, if you don't do it erotically,
Well, he
Hector,
didn't
I think
say
you're fine.
banana.
How the fuck are you eating your
Hey,
apple?
wow, buddy. Wow.
Yeah, I know how
Hey,
Hector
what's
now
the
eats his banana.
The
Oh,
long way.
yeah. Calm
The
down,
long
Hector.
way.
Jesus.
He takes an apple. He's eating an apple in public, not a banana. I don't see
A
what,
nice juicy
like,
peach.
Why would anybody be freaked
Just
out
get yourself
over
a
eating
nice
an apple
juicy
in public?
Dude, the apple would be the best way because not only can you eat it, but at first you could use it as like a smoking device.
Hmm.
You know, for
Mhm.
those that
Oh,
are
yeah, you're right.
that
You
are
can.
stoners.
True Legend Killer popped in and says, Sup, Osiris?
Yeah, that's the homie legend.
Kimberly, you do not need Huggies. You're not wearing diapers. Please tell me you're not wearing diapers when you go to conventions.
No, she's telling you to wear diapers, bro.
Oh, no, I don't need. Why would I need diapers? I go properly. I go at the hotel before I leave to go to the convention. I'm good.
Take the stool pills, huh, to clean your system.
Alex says, I got hammered at MiamiCon. Pro tip, pace out your drinks. I don't know if that's a pro tip or not. I feel like walking the floor drunk is amazing. Like, it's fun. Like, I ran into so many people when I was drinking and I was on the floor one year. Stephen Moffat from Doctor Who. We had an amazing conversation. Then I realized it was a desk chair. But still, we had an amazing conversation. We really enjoyed ourselves.
Donald was walking around like that old man in the Poltergeist Part 2. Like, hello there.
Oh, Reverend Kane, yes.
Yeah. There you go, Reverend Kane.
Sean McGean says, you could take a green COVID mask and a green fedora and cosplay as the Green Hornet. He's not wrong. You could try that. Mr. Sean says, Belle, are you talking about COVID or leprosy?
Difference.
Well, I mean, you know. So we talked about some food and some snacks and things, and Kevin highly recommends little chocolate chip cookies and cashews.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
What
that.
cookie
That
would you
sounds
take?
delightful.
Like everybody here, what cookie would you have in your Ziploc walking around? Mine would be probably Nutter Butters or Oreos.
Oatmeal pies.
Oatmeal pies?
Yeah, Little Debbie oatmeal pies.
Either, I'm definitely on board with the Oreos. Either white chocolate macadamia nut or chocolate chip.
You guys, think about this.
Classic.
If you crumble up an Oreo or something that makes it harder to eat, if you smush an oatmeal pie, it's still delicious. It's just in a different shape. You know, it don't fall apart. You just
Oh, we know what shape you're making that.
you could form it into balls and stick it up your ass if you wanted, Sal.
They're already in your mouth, Donald.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Gentlemen,
how dare you, sir?
there are ladies in the comments section.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
about
So let's
food?
talk about coffee. Have your coffee. Have it in the morning. When you get up, the first thing you should do is have your
Hot
coffee.
tea.
Because
Or
your,
hot tea.
your coffee's going to make you shit. And that's when you're going to go at the hotel. So you want to have your coffee early. If you wait till you're at the convention and then you have your coffee, you're going to have to shit at the convention. You don't want to do that. Have your coffee early. If you have to get up before everybody and go down the street and get your coffee or make coffee there in the hotel, I don't care. Just do it before you leave. Once you've had that good dump-a-doo, then you can have more coffee once you get to the convention center and you're good to go. Unless you're a 2 or 3 times a day shitter, and in which case all bets are off and you're in deep shit. So, you know, pace yourself, in other words, with the coffee. But have it, because it's good. Tea's good too, Kevin. Let's talk about some essentials, yeah? Some essentials that we feel are very necessary. What do you guys have here as far as essentials? I'll see if I can find the pictures.
Well, I think I mentioned earlier, because I know I can't eat it, phone charger, or mobile phone charger.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me bring up a picture of that in case nobody knows what
Yeah.
that looks like. There you go.
Big time must
full
have a
a
phone
full
charger.
battery of a phone to take pictures with, to have great memories and videos.
Yeah.
You gotta make
On
sure
the
that
subject of the phone chargers, don't take just one.
Yes.
Take 2 or 3.
So you have one charging back at the hotel while you're taking the other 2 with you. So you have 2
Yeah.
backups. And make sure it's one that you can get more than
Because you
one
will
charge
drain
out
yourself.
of. Yeah, because you're going to drain your phone like crazy, especially if you have... I'm not rich like everybody else. My phone is old. My phone is perpetually old. I get the models after somebody else has used them. That's when I buy them because that's what I can afford. So all of you with your newest iPhones and whatever, I'm just looking at you and going, I'm going to get that phone in about 4 years.
11. I have an 11.
Yeah, I think I have...
So you're not alone.
I think I have
Yours is older
a 10 or 11. I don't know. Mine's old.
I'm pretty sure yours is older than mine.
I have
Probably.
a 12 Pro Max.
Oh, look at us.
Ooh.
I have
Hi,
big
my
hands.
name's Sal. I'm
Wow.
fancy.
Wow.
I got big hands. I can't get the minis.
No, I'm a Samsung Galaxy man.
The man that turns the chat.
Boo that man!
Jesus.
Good. Yeah, that is a good idea, Louis.
Shame.
Shame! Android user! Android user!
You never use iMessage with this one. It's always
Hey-
turning it green.
Hey, Donald, I got another good one that's very important.
Hmm.
You know what that is?
What's that?
If you want to make a deal with someone, So, and so you can avoid tax and other issues. You always bring plenty of cash.
Oh, do we have a picture of that? Oh, yep,
Oh,
there
we sure
do.
do. Oh, we
That's
sure
one of
do.
my suggestions on there.
Yeah.
There you go. Hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah. I will say that if you're going to barter with somebody and talk them down on price, it's usually good not to hand them 100 after you've talked them down. Just for etiquette purposes. Like, oh, is that 25? Will you take 20? Yeah, I guess I'll take 20.
So back to Chris Rock scene.
And then you hand them a $100 bill, and they're like, you motherfucker.
So back to Chris Rock scene. It was, I'm going to get you, sucker.
I don't remember that movie.
he
that
does
well,
Spare
though.
rib, the spare rib. Can you give me a rib?
That's Keenan Ivan Wayne's. That's one of his movies.
Oh, yeah. Keenan was hilarious.
Hmm.
And it's true about the cash. To avoid taxes and also for bartering purposes is great. What do we have? Hard cases for comics, I feel. I don't think you put that in here, did you, Kevin?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that's fine because I happen to have one here. Give me 1 second.
What about
Ta-da.
not a case, but like maybe a box?
Yeah, that too.
These are fantastic. You can buy these off Amazon. They're about $15 a piece. Don't be cheap. Get it. It's life-saving. You get your comic. You buy the exclusive glow-in-the-dark Stranger Things comic from the Dark Horse booth. You're one of 500 people that get it. You get one of the actors to sign it. Let's say Millie Bobby Brown. You get her to sign it. And you're like, oh, my God. And then you just shove it in your backpack like this. Or you carry it around with you and somebody goes, oh, sorry. And now it's spine-ticked. It's bent. It's messed up. And you're crying when you get home. What do? Hard case it. You open up your case like so. You take your minty fresh, newly signed book, your prized possession in life, and you slide it into the case. This holds about 15. Now, when you put them in here, you want to put them in there like this. You want to go right side up, upside down, and do that because the spines are on either side, and you're spacing it out so there's not a full compression on both on just one side. It's more even throughout, and you can
Avoiding spine
even
ticks.
fit more comic books in there this way. So doing
You avoid
that,
spine
you
ticks.
slide them in there,
Yep.
you shut it, and somebody brushes into you. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, no problem. No problem, man. You know, before you'd be like, you son of a bitch. You know, and you grab him by the collar and you'd be like, that's $500, you fuck. And then you got to fight. Now you don't have to worry. There's no fight. You got a hard case. You're good to go.
Yeah,
These
I'll
are a
turn into
lifesaver.
Willem Dafoe right there.
And also, in many respects, it's also anti-theft because you know you had an incident where someone stole books from you.
Yep. If you put them in this and you have it on you, you don't have to worry. If you set it down and someone walks off with it, you go, excuse me, sir, that's my case. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'll prove it. Well, motherfucker, let me show you how I can prove it. You piece of shit. You piece of shit.
Got to make sure you use those exact words, ladies and gentlemen.
You go, oh, yeah, well, fuck you. And they're like, well, how can you prove it? Well, let me just pull this out of here. Oh, there we go. Fuck you. That's what it says. That's mine. Give that to me, shitbag. That's my case. And then you walk away with your comics like you deserve instead of some
That's right.
asshole.
That's right. Call for your mama.
We got some more comments. Let me pop them up.
Going back to high school.
Mom, yes, there is a Comic-Con in Columbus. I've been to it. I have a Poor Man's Galaxy, Kevin. Good on you. A spare Wib. Let's see. Sabrina's doing a frown. I don't know why she's unhappy. Jeez. People steal. The people suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one that's on the list. Let me see what I got here. Oh, this is
What
a
about
great...
for Funko Pops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take them. What I was gonna say, and I forgot, is you can buy these at the con too. They usually sell them there. There is a booth that sells all of stuff like this. It sells hard cases for stuff like this, and it also sells Funko Pop cases like these that you can get and put your Funko Pop in. But it's good to have it before you buy the pop. So go to those booths first, buy them, and then go buy your pop because then you can immediately put it in there. That way you're not walking the floor like this, like, you know, trying to navigate through all the assholes so you don't get it damaged. Forget it. Just know what you're going to do and plan it out. Make it a something like make it a to-do on your list. It's very important for that, especially if you're going to get some pops.
Another
Go ahead.
thing, noise canceling headphones.
Yep,
Yes.
got it right here. These are fantastic. I don't know about these large ones, Kevin. I mean, you can, but I feel like they do have them in earbud form too. That'll fit inside your ears, and those are really nice also because they're easier to store. You know, so if you can get the earbuds that fit inside, those are better. But if you can't, the headphones work just as well. You know, that way, especially if you're a sensitive person or if you're in a situation where, you know, this year
You're just
it's
overstimulated.
yeah, overstimulated,
That's
or
the thing.
people are talking
There's
politics.
So many people at the con. It's so loud. There's so much going on that sometimes, even if you're not normally susceptible to overstimulation like that,
Mhm.
it can creep up on you. So it's a good idea to have, headphones of some sort that you can put on, maybe put some music on, or just to muffle it, drown it out a little bit.
It absolutely
Do
can
people
sneak up on you.
do people bump into you on purpose, Donald? I feel like they're doing it on purpose.
Sometimes they do.
So, you're so angry.
They check you. They check you.
Do you want me to go with you to check them for you?
Yeah, sure. If you could walk in front of me, that'd be great.
Like this is my
I've known back in my day I bulldozered people.
Oh, I bet. Let's see. Did you put it in? I don't think you did. Toilet spray. Yep. No.
Poopery.
Yeah, poopery. Poopery is super important. Here's why. You're sharing a hotel room with like 4 or 5 other people, right? And they ate the nachos, but you didn't. But now you have to fucking suffer. You know what I'm saying? So take the poopery and set it on top of the toilet or the counter and go, hey, everybody, make sure you announce it. This is for everybody to spray in the toilet before you do your poops. And it's magical. You go in and it smells like goddamn eucalyptus and sunshine. You know, you don't have to worry. You don't go in and die. You know what I'm saying?
It is pretty
So toilet spray is vital, very important. We talked about the battery backups. Another one that can go with that is the extension cord. And this one, Pete started doing this, and I thought this was a brilliant idea because oftentimes there's electrical plug-ins all around the con, particularly in the upper level where all the panels are and stuff. But there's only 2 plugs, and usually people are sitting on the floor and they're charging their phone. You want to charge your phone also. So what you do is you go up and you say, hey, can I join you guys? And you show them the extension. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. And then they unplug theirs, you plug in the extension, and then you plug in yours, they plug in theirs, and then 3 other people can come around and sit around you and plug and charge their phones too. And then you have a little community. You can have fun, you can have a conversation, you can have a light snack, talk a little bit while you charge your phone, or you can all just sit there like assholes and look on your phone on your Instagram and not say a goddamn word to each other. Whatever, you're still charging your phone.
Especially if you're waiting online for Ballroom 20 or Hall H.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hall H is primarily outside for the most part, so that'd be a little harder. Ballroom 20 is a big one. Ballroom 6,
Or Room
I think.
6A. 6A for
Mhm.
sure.
That's a good one. Any other supplies that you guys can think of?
A handheld fan, battery operated fan.
That's in there.
That was on my list. Okay.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
photo
those
of
are
that.
Pink
great
for your pleasure.
For keeping cool. It's also going to get stuffy in there too, so
Mhm.
it's good for both indoors and outdoors.
And if
Just,
somebody
you know,
stinks, you just turn it towards them so it
Just-
blows the stench away from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I have a very sensitive nose, in case anybody
You
didn't
do.
notice. Yeah.
you do. You know what? I'm gonna throw a last minute suggestion in, jumping off of that actually.
Audible.
So I know you guys covered baby wipes or wipes
Mhm.
for the booty hole,
Mhm.
but you could also take. Well, because also you're gonna get sweaty regardless. You know, you're gonna need to freshen up a little bit throughout the day.
You never know.
What? Maybe take
Axe?
a little extra deo, or there's this brilliant thing. There's shower wipes.
X?
Brand that I like
Please
is
no,
called
Kevin.
Hustle Wipes. You can find them in the sports section at Target. But yeah, Hustle Wipes. It's good for
Mm.
giving yourself like a little midday hoe bath.
Yeah.
Can't forget
yeah.
deodorant as
Yeah,
well.
a horse bath. Yeah, you take a horse bath. You can do that out in the fountain too. There's a fountain across the railroad tracks. You can go in and just. I don't recommend it, but you could do
don't
it
suggest using the fountain.
No.
At least the Hustle Wipes are gonna be
because
No.
you'll be next to the guy and he's looking at you and he goes, "Give me your fingernails." And next thing you know, you're in a fight for your life. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are just unbalanced, and that's another thing. When you go around the gas lamp district, particularly at night, go with a friend. And unless you feel comfortable going alone,
buddy system.
I feel like the buddy system's great, particularly because there's oftentimes people get drunk, they get angry, you know, and then they eye you, and for some reason they don't like you. Or a mentally imbalanced homeless person or something sees you and they don't like you, and they're coming at you. It's good to have a friend sometimes. So That's a good point to have. Is a buddy
As
system.
fun
if you
as
can.
Comic-Con is, I feel like there's always at least one incident that gets reported
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
every
you
year.
remember the pencil stabbing incident years ago? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I welcome danger.
Sanitizer, hand sanitizer is not in here, but that's a big one for me. Like, particularly during COVID, and now so much more because of that. I've been a hand sanitizer fanatic when it comes to going places, and you're going to touch a lot of doorknobs. You're going to you use a lot of
To
cash.
touch people.
You're going to touch people. You're going to touch things. You're going to touch yourself. Hand sanitizer is important. So take hand sanitizer with you, please, for the love of God. Make sure you're taken care of.
But if I
Remember,
touch
nerds
myself
have
and I'm already
germs.
clean, you know?
Yep, Evan, you're right. Evan's right. Another one is sunblock, guys. If you're outside and you're as white as I am, good Lord in heaven, have it. It's important.
Guys,
It's detrimental to not have it. Like, take it with you. Make sure that you're wearing sunblock if you're going to be outside. You might not think you're getting burnt because of the overcast in San Diego. But a couple hours later, and oh my, wow, I'm actually really red now.
My
Surprise.
very first year, I ended up with a funky lanyard tan because I wasn't even outside for that long. But yeah, I didn't remember to sunscreen up, and then literally by the end of my first day, you know, I get back to the place. I'm like, you know, taking a shower, whatever. I'm changing, and I really like, what the heck is going on with my neck and my collarbone? And I realized, oh my god, I literally have a lanyard tan, and I was only outside for maybe an hour. So yeah,
Yeah, you got to be careful.
protect your skin, man.
is the beach close to Comic-Con
Oh, yeah.
on San Diego?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the beach if you want and go have a good time. That's another thing. You can
Matter
go.
of fact, behind the convention center, there's a bunch of boats and yachts.
Okay. Another thing
there's
I'm going to
barbecue.
show you guys.
Oh yeah.
I could show you the picture, which I will. This is the portable stool that Kevin showed. If you're a man, though, sometimes those portable stools are not as easy. I'm sure they're probably not easy for women either sometimes, but they're not particularly easy for men if you have a large sack or any type of penis. But it'll get you. It'll hurt. So what I recommend is getting one of these.
What are you talking about?
This stool here is fantastic. It'll hold up to, I believe, up to 1.5 shots. So if you have 1.5 shots, that's what this will hold. So about what?
That shit looks like a setup. for me.
250 to 300 pounds, something like that. I think it'll hold 300,
Really?
somewhere around there. So yeah, so you open this. Look, it's just like a canteen, right? You carry it with you. It's got a little strap. You can carry it like this. Or you can throw it in your backpack. Especially if you're going to do panels and you got to wait in line. Oftentimes there's not a place to sit, so make your own place. Ta-da! Look at that. Locks in place. Turn it upside down. You don't want the ridges to go in your butt, so you get the soft area. You set this baby down, and I bought the rainbow one because it was the cheapest. See, if it was hot pink and said gay on it, I would still buy it if it was cheaper because I'm cheap.
You're
So-
definitely gonna get that shit stolen. for
Plus, a
sure.
lot of people are
someone's
not
gonna steal
going
it.
to want to steal something that looks like this. And it's
oh,
easier to recognize
contraire.
as yours. So,
Oh, contraire, bro.
I also write "fuck you" on the inside of it, Sal. So, if you want to take
So
a
wait,
I'm not
look
saying
here.
Brad-
I would steal it. I'm not
That's
saying
a
I would steal
deterrent
it.
for everything.
I'm just saying, like, a girl's gonna be like, "Oh my god, look at that, so cute." And
You
you
think so?
distract them. You
Look.
distract them. Maybe rub on them a little bit, and
You
then
can
I'll
see
jack
it.
that shit.
Now,
You
what
can
kind
see
of
it
chair
right
is that?
there.
What's it called again?
Inside, you see it says "fuck you" right there.
Where?
Yes.
See, if they accuse you of theft, fuck you. That was
Oh,
mine.
right there.
Okay.
So what's it called? So what's
That's
the
not on
chair
the-
called again?
I have the name in Amazon, so if somebody really wants to know the name of it, just reach out. But you can just type in portable stool on Amazon, and it'll show you pictures of little turds that are like action figures and stuff, and then it'll show you these actual portable stools, which is weird, but it is the way it is when you search for Amazon stuff that way. So, go figure.
I guarantee I'm gonna get a phone call from Donald on Friday. Yeah, they stole my chair, Sal. Like, told you. It's the rainbow, bro.
Sunglasses go into the sunblock. Okay, so comfy shoes, it's a no-brainer. Another one with the sunblock is an umbrella. It sounds weird, but umbrellas are fantastic for blocking sun, not just for rainfall. So have an umbrella. It cools you down. It helps block the sun. They're great. Let's
Cooling
see.
towels are also great for outdoors.
Yes. And here's a great one. Kerchiefs, if you can get a hanky or a handkerchief, those are great to
yes.
have. Bandanas
Oh,
are
yes.
really good that you can have.
Never forget the handkerchief.
I'm going to put something up here. Tums. Tums are essential if you get any type of acid indigestion because they do not sell them at the convention center, guys. You would have to go down to the gas lamp district to the CVS down that street. It'll take you about 25 minutes to get down there, 25 minutes to get back. You've wasted almost an entire hour going to pick up Tums because you forgot your Tums. Go in parlaying with that, Imodium AD. Just bring it. Just bring it. If those nachos got you, if they got you, and it's not a one and done, you know what I'm saying? And you've got the Hershey squirts.
Alka-Seltzer.
Bring the Imodium AD. Just take one, or even a
Yo,
half of one.
Pectate. Yo, Pectate's good.
Yeah, take a whole liquid bottle of KO Pectate, Kevin. That's what you want to
if you
put
wanna-
in your
if you wanna
bag.
go-
Heavy. It's not that heavy.
A
It's
giant
not that heavy.
bottle of liquid that will definitely not
It's not
open up in
giant.
your bag
It's
when
not
you can have a
giant.
Just take
capsule
your own
this
personal
big.
mini pharmacy.
Imodium.
I mean, if you want to eat a banana, that's like a home remedy for, heartburn as well.
A what?
A banana. Eat a banana. It'll help you
You
get the
stick it up your
heartburn
ass?
down. If that's
stop
the way
the
you
diarrhea?
Eat, if that's the way you eat bananas, Donnie, I don't judge you.
Well, I think
But what
that's
if
that's
you're
how
afraid of
Hector
eating
eats them,
bananas?
right? At home, in the comfort of his own home. He doesn't want everything to be awkward. He's like, well, time for my banana. This is how Mom made me eat them. What?
One bite or nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so we have another segment here that I think is important. Cons, do's and don'ts. Etiquette, basically, on when it comes to the convention floor, and I think these are important. So, anybody have anything that they want to add to this?
Well, I
Number
mean, one
one.
thing's pretty. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Bonnie.
I think we're on the same page here, but yeah, number one do of Comic-Con and the con floor is ask consent of the cosplayers, male or female, before you take pictures of them.
Interestingly enough, Kevin did not put a picture of consent up for me to put on the screen, so I guess Kevin did not want me to post consent on here. Interesting.
Not even the definition, Kevin. Thought you were a holy man,
That's
not a whole
interesting.
man.
Kevin liked to go. This is Kevin's thing. Kevin would go over and he'd be like, "Surprise, bitches!" and he'd take the photo and then run off.
Oh, Dave Chappelle.
That was his thing.
Yeah, I could totally see Kevin be like, "Gotcha, bitch."
I got you, bitch. Yeah, that's great. Oh shit.
No, but for real, there's going to be some amazing cosplayers out there. Always are. There's gonna
Vampirellas
be a lot of
especially.
women that are very scantily clad, maybe more so
Vampirella.
than they normally would be.
Oh my goodness.
Be courteous, be respectful, be kind to everybody, and just ask permission. That's what the cosplayers want. Yes, they dressed up so they could be seen, but that doesn't mean that they still don't deserve
Yeah.
the respect to be asked before
No
you take
touching.
pictures
Right.
of
No
them.
touching.
Right.
Yeah, and absolutely no touching.
Right, and if-
Yeah.
you want
and
to
if
hug
you-
from somebody, ask. If
If
you
you-
want to take a picture with them and you want to put your arm around them, just ask. 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Is it okay if I touch your breast? Just ask.
What?
You know?
No.
You're not asking
No.
that question.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Like, is
Well,
it okay if
Donald.
I put my arm around
Can I borrow
you?
some milk for my cereal, please?
Oh my God, Sal.
Wow.
See,
Wow,
You
Sal.
took it to 11. We were at about
Wow,
6.5,
Sal.
and you took
Wow,
it to
Sal.
11.
But Donald, you do
Sorry.
remember that? You do remember that you're at WonderCon? There was that Vampirella cosplayer.
I'll
It
never
was, like,
forget
so-
her.
I was like, you gotta be. How was she allowed in? It didn't make any
But-
sense.
As
Double
long
cheeked
as
up
you
on the
cover
birthday?
the inside of the lips, I believe, Kevin, you're okay. Or at least that had to have been the case for her because that's what was going on. The inside was covered, but the outer area was just wrapped around like a little, to get
What
into
are you doing?
too much detail, it was like that, kind of like that, and there was the
It was
the
very
floss
scary.
inside.
It was very frightening, sir. Very frightening.
She was a very beautiful
Donald
woman.
must
Don't get me wrong, but yeah, she maybe went a little too far with the realism when it came to the cosplay on that one, and she somehow got through and in. And that was the same year you were dressed as Black Licorice, and I couldn't decide who was sexier. I was struggling with that one, Kevin. I was struggling with that one.
And
You
also
were
the
black
spray.
licorice?
Yes, I was actually. I was.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
He was Black Licorice.
And also the spray painting. We call it thing the air spray. That's
Was it like a
body
Twizzlers
paint.
or a red vein?
Body paint.
Oh, yeah.
body
that-
paint. Thank you. The
airbrush.
body paint. The body paint. So
Oh.
the body paint is just so amazing.
Sometimes it's just
and-
pasties and paint.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I didn't know they get away with that.
Yeah.
Kevin
yeah.
got stuck at the Vampirilla.
Kevin he went to
Donald
the X-Men
Trump.
panel and he came out with blue all over his face. I was like, what happened, Kevin? I don't want to talk about it. It's like, okay.
I have to go to church.
I was like, were you cosplaying as a Smurf? No, brother, I was not. I did something I deeply regret, sir. Oh, okay, Kevin.
The Lord is upset with me.
Oh, another thing I forgot to mention. There's pictures for this, Donald. You should put this on here.
Okay.
All the Hall H photos. There's one in particular that we're all very familiar with. If you're really dedicated to get into that Marvel panel or any of those other crazy panels that are super popular, the sacrifices that you'll have to make. All the sacrifices that you'll have to make.
Is it this one? Where you're dead? Dead man?
Well, no, not that one. Not that
Oh,
one.
okay. All right, wrong one.
It's labeled. It's labeled
Sacrifices.
SDCC Hall H photo 1.
Oh, like I would have really known that, Kevin. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm sorry. I thought you knew.
At least you spelled that this time.
Yeah, sleeping overnight. We did that one year, and here's the best part about that. Okay, so there was a couple really nice things. One of them was that they were doing the Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas with orchestra was playing a concert over the hill, kind of, and we could see it from where we were camped out. So it was really nice. We got a free concert that night, but when we went to go to sleep, we didn't have really sleeping bags or anything. We just had our jackets and stuff, so we just laid out. So a homeless woman thought that, hey, this looks like a nice spot too. And the problem is that she had night terrors. So every 5 minutes or so, maybe 10, maybe 15 even, but by the time we would fall back asleep, she would start screaming again and would wake us back up and be like looking around to see who was getting murdered and then realizing, oh, it's her again. And she would get up and she would move to another spot, fall asleep, start screaming again. So you could just hear her off in the distance. But she did lay right beside us at one point, and that one was pretty terrifying. So just know your surroundings. And if you are camped outside for Hall H, know that you are not going to get more than an hour's worth of sleep the entire night. So you're going to be exhausted the next day. It's not worth it.
Maybe sleep in shifts.
Even for the free swag. Even for the free swag you get.
The
Good
problem
free
with
swag.
sleeping in shifts, we tried that. The problem with that is that we did not know when they were going to come out to give out wristbands.
Right.
And one time they came out at 4 in the morning? I think
Yep.
it was 2 or 3 or something, and half of us were gone. So we only had a certain amount of wristbands that we got, and we were able to get in, and the rest of the people just got shut out. So you're kind of stuck. They don't tell you exacts of when to be there. Also, people cheat. Somebody replicated and made copies of the wristband. They got advance notice, and they got all 100 of their friends in line in front of the other people, and we were shut out.
Because of that.
Because we would have been within that 100. And they only found that out later that those wristbands were replicated and they were faked. And that's how they got in.
They made a lot of money too selling them. They made a lot of money selling them too.
They sold them, yeah. Like $100 a wristband or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they made $1,000, like $10,000 easy on that venture. It was really
You know
smart,
what?
but also pissed us off.
Yeah.
That's a really good don't tip, though. Don't fall for scams.
Yeah.
And don't be that asshole that does it, you know?
Yeah, don't be the asshole that does it, but also,
Yeah.
like, think a little bit clearly. Yeah, don't fall for a scam like that.
Yeah.
Kevin, did that homeless woman wanted a piece of your black licorice?
No, she did not. If anything, she only found Donald's vanilla body more attractive.
That's weird that you called his body vanilla, bro, but that's cool.
Yeah, whatever works.
I don't know how you know what he tastes like, but I'm not going to ask that, you know?
Sweet and delicious. That's his,
Kevin.
that's his
Kevin
nickname
is
for
just
me back in the day.
disappointed.
Hey there, Sweet and Delicious. I'd be like, hey, Kevin, what's up? I always thought it was weird, but, you know. All right. So, yes, waiting outside the line in the line sucks, okay? It's sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. So that leads us up to this part right here. And we've talked about this before, but we're going to circle back to it because we feel it's important. Basic hygiene. Wash your ass. I don't know how many times I've sat by somebody that just smells like they haven't washed their ass for at least 3 days. I get that you want to make every panel, and maybe you sleep outside and you don't have a hotel or whatever. You can still find ways to wash your ass.
Yep.
You know? Find a way to wash your ass. Put deodorant on. Maybe don't smoke 30 cigarettes, vomit into your mouth, and not brush your teeth and
Oh,
sit
God.
beside me. Maybe
Oh,
don't do
Lord.
that. There was a guy that had anchovies and rice in a bowl,
no.
and the motherfucker
Oh,
sat
no.
by me
Oh,
and,
no.
and opened it and ate it, and I just glared at him the entire time like, you are a piece of shit.
And what did he say to you? What did he say to you back?
I didn't say it. I glared at him like he was a piece of
No,
shit.
but do
Do
you
not-
know?
He didn't give a fuck. No, he didn't give a fuck, Kevin. Motherfucker just
He-
continued with his
He
anchovies.
looked at Donald and he's like, "You having fun at Comic-Con? Yeah, me too. Hey,
Yep.
you want a bite?"
So with wash your hands too. Wash your hands with soap and water, guys. What is it? Happy birthday to you. How many times?
Yeah.
2 times?
Oh,
Wash
how many
your
times that
hands
you would go in the
thoroughly
bathroom,
with
you
your
see
fingers and
dudes?
your thumbs and to your wrists and all that.
Yeah. Look. Okay.
Do not
So
be
here's
the
here's
asshole
2
that
ways.
goes in, wets your hands, and walks out.
Yeah. Kevin, go ahead.
How many times that you would go in the bathroom at Comic Con, especially like the Hall H bathroom, you'd be seeing dudes in certain positions when they do their business of peeing, and then
Here's
and
my
then-
favorite one. Here's my favorite one.
Oh, here we go. I know what you're
No
gonna do.
hands.
No hands. Yes. No hands. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I remember that. Yes.
You're under arrest.
Are you erect when you're pissing?
Yes.
Is your
Yes.
dick hard?
I mean, not that I am well versed in hell, man. How do you do that with no hands?
And like
How
my
does it not
favorite
get
one is
everywhere?
when the pants are like halfway down
Yes.
and their
yes.
ass crack is hanging out, and they're leaned up against the thing like that.
Yo, Donald.
And I'm like,
Donald.
what are you doing? What are you
God.
doing? Why is this a thing?
Stop
And then the
selling
best
crack.
part is they don't wash their hands. They finish what they're doing. They just walk out. They don't even wash their
Yeah.
hands.
Oh no, they don't wash your hands. Wash your hands. Like, and here's a good tip: wash your hands before you touch your penis, and wash your hands after you touch your penis, because your hands are filthy, and now you've gotten your penis filthy. And I get it. You know, you don't always have time, so at least wash your hands after you touch yourself. At least after, you know, because not everybody wants to touch the stuff that you've touched. Like,
And
you
yet
might as well just start
they're
rubbing it across
roasting.
people's mouths, because that's what you're technically doing if you're handling stuff and they're handling it, and then eventually they brush their lip. Now they've just had your dick in their mouth. If you
Oh.
think about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man.
Or their
You do not
ass.
consent to that.
Their ass is in your face. You know what I mean? Like, it's gross. Think about. I really want to hammer that home because it's nasty.
I bet
Don't
you want
do
to
it.
hammer that hole.
I said home, Sal. Relax, pervert. Which is another
I mean,
thing
what? You
that comes into
should
play.
take some. You should take some Dove lubricant wipes because they smell good, you know, and then
Yeah.
you could actually clean yourself.
That's true. We've got some comments
know?
here. Sal went full Homelander, says Hector. Mom says that's a no-no. Sammy says, for the love of God, Donald, no. Hold on. I had cosplay girls yell at me once for not taking a photo of them. That's weird.
Really? Really?
Mr. Sean says, for all this stuff, how about a wagon to haul all of it around? And this is all before buying some actual... Nope, that's a terrible idea. They have coat check. Take your stuff. If you get a big bag full of things, take it to coat check. It's like $5 to $10, something like that, I think. Mm-hmm. And they'll check it for the whole night. And then you can come at the end of the night before close to pick it up. Well worth it. Well worth it. I guarantee you.
It's well guarded, too.
Lifesaver, yes. Salwin Fulhamler. Alex says, okay, we got that. I want a black licorice t-shirt still. It's a great shirt. Louis Castillo, who's in the chat here, he actually designed that. He did a fantastic job. Louis is a fantastic artist. If you need a design done, hire Louis. He's great. Sean says, Donald, were you red licorice? No. I was the Irish whip, according to Kevin. If you asked that. But I was the Blue Beetle. We actually, Kevin and I and Louis created Black Licorice as a superhero. He used to be Black Thunder, and then Black Lightning came along and stole his thunder.
Ew.
And then he became Black Licorice.
Before, huh?
That was a cool Dead Man costume, Sean. Haseen says, I'm ready for you guys. Oh, that's good. Alex says, why not just bribe the people who give out the wristband? No, you really shouldn't. That's a bad idea. Niz says, too much, Donald. Too much. Evan says, your dick ain't dirty unless you've rubbed it in the dirt. Oh, for Christ's sake, Evan. Well, don't shake Evan's hand and don't touch anything after he has. That's the rule here. Lesson learned on that.
10 feet.
Oh, something I forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
When you're at one of the panels, and you do a Q&A, you ask questions. Make sure your questions are appropriate to the celebrity.
Kevin, what was that question
panels?
that you wanted to ask Emilia Jovovich? What was it?
Nothing.
Yeah, are you sure?
No.
Remember that one?
Pete was a big fan of Emilia Jovovich.
Right, but remember the joke? Remember the joke?
I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, you lying sack of shit. You remember.
What?
You remember that joke.
Tell us.
You still laugh about it. He can't say it on the air, which is why he's pretending he doesn't know.
Oh, my God.
But if you ask Kevin privately, he will tell you the joke. As long as it's not at a store where everybody else can hear.
We're all adults here.
He'll have to take you outside.
Oh, there are children in the comments section.
There are, sort of. Alex says, fun show, but I got to go. It's late on the East Coast. No problem, Alex. Totally get it. Another one is have a line buddy if you can. Even make a line buddy. But you got to get up to pee. You know what I mean? Or you need a drink, or you need a sandwich or something. You can't just go, oh, I got a bottle right here, and piss in the bottle. No. Don't you dare. You get up and you go use the bathroom. But when you come back, who's holding your spot? Oftentimes people don't give a shit. They don't want to hold your spot. They don't care. So that's where the problem comes in.
Also remember, especially when you go into like some of these exclusive toy figures, remember, at the end of the day, I know some of you want to flip them and make some extra money, but they're just toys. They're just figures. Don't beat up little children and stomp over them just to get that. We've seen things like that happen. Children get like knocked around just to get a stupid toy.
Survival of the fittest, Kevin. They need to learn.
Yeah, quite literally, it was.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep making these kids soft. People are too soft anyways nowadays.
So what do you want to make them, Sal? If you don't want to make them soft, what do you want to make them?
I plead the fifth.
You're like, I'm not falling for that. That's good. Good on you.
Uh-huh.
So we have line buddies. Another one that I think Bonnie's going to agree with me on is don't be greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if they're giving out free stuff.
Don't take 10.
You know what they did? A couple years ago, the Deadpool 2 movie came out. And they did the toilet seat covers with Deadpool on them. People were stealing all of the toilet seat covers for resale purposes. And when you went in to take a shit, there was no toilet seat cover that you could put on the toilet seat.
Wow.
Because someone had stolen them all.
Wow.
So they ended up having to pull them all.
Disappointment in your voice.
They ended up having to pull them all and not do it again because it was so bad that no one had a toilet seat
People
cover.
are freaking ridiculous. Yeah, there's no need to be that greedy.
No.
Comic-Con is supposed to be a fun event where everybody comes together to celebrate the geekiness and everything. Like, yeah, don't be that asshole that, yeah, it's there. I know people want to flip, but don't.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be that, no.
By the way,
get it for your own enjoyment. Don't, try to like sucker somebody out of, $200 for something that costs you $30.
I'm
That's
not
just
sure.
not right.
I'm not sure when the Deadpool Wolverine panel is on Thursday, but up until that point, and at least an hour after that point, it is going to be like heaven on the floor. Because that panel, I've seen through all the groups that I'm in and stuff, people will stab their mother to get into that panel.
Of course they will.
And it's on a Thursday. So if you have tickets for Thursday, just note when that panel is, and any time before that panel, and up until an hour after that panel, you're going to be in the clear. You can go do whatever you want. Like, you just go over and smack somebody. What was that for? I can do whatever I want. Deadpool's going on. You know, it's good. You're good. Have a great night, Alex. Another one I think is clean up after yourself.
Yes.
So if you know are at a table where you're having a snack, because they have snack tables, lunch tables inside and stuff, and you're at a table and you're having a snack, pick up your trash, throw it in the trash can. They always have trash cans everywhere on the floor in the convention.
Don't be that asshole that says, "Well, this is what people get paid to do."
Oh, I hate when people say that.
I hate
hate
that.
when people say that.
Like, yes, sure, there's facility staff and janitors, but you know what? You're a grown ass adult.
Mhm.
Throw your shit away. Pick up after yourself.
Same thing with the movie theaters, you pieces of shit.
Oh, exactly. We used to work at the ArcLight, and people would
Yep.
intentionally do that to us. Hey,
never.
got
Yep.
something for you to do, buddy.
Still to this
Okay.
day, you'll never see
It
me
is
leave
so
anything
rude.
behind. Yeah, I don't
never
do
leave
it.
anything behind. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't leave anything behind at concerts, movies, nothing. I always take my trash with me
Mm-hmm.
because I'm an adult.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I don't like those kind of jerks that do that, Kevin. That's why you got to tell them. Does Wayne Brady got to choke a bitch? You know,
You know what? Maybe I should say that.
you should.
There we go.
I should say that.
I think
Gotta
I've
let people
covered
know that there's
a lot of
like,
the
you know,
points.
there's
Be
consequences.
respectful of the
Yeah.
space of your fellow congoers.
Yeah, I think I've covered most of the points on my lists here that we've gone over. But to be
Oh, be
specific,
kind to the merchants too.
yeah,
Yeah,
have
true.
some manners. The people that work behind tables and stuff. Oh, are you sold out of something? Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, fuck you. You know.
Yo,
And oftentimes
Don't take it out on
there
them.
will be times where they'll bite at you. They'll snap at you. You go up and you're like the 50th person to ask them in that 5-minute span. Oh, did you get in the no, we sold out an hour ago, okay? There's two things you can do there. You could be like, "Oh, okay, I'm so sorry to have bothered you. I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourself, you know, and have a great con." Or you can go, "Hey, buddy, I wasn't mean to you. Why are you being mean to me?" You can question them and be like, "That's not polite."
And then throw an F you in
And
there,
then
too.
and just say, "Please," and just say, "Please do better." And then turn around and walk away, because that's the best way to say fuck you. That's the most politest way to say fuck you, is to say it that way. Hey,
or call
you
them,
know,
or
Yeah.
just call them.
I didn't say anything to you. Like, I'm not trying to like be rude. I promise. If I've hurt you somehow or have upset you, I apologize. You know, and then you just turn around and walk away. Sometimes
And
by
if you get in line for something and you're told that, oh yeah, the item that you want is still available while you're in line, but then you get to the front and it's not, guess what? It's nobody's fault that it sold out while you were still in line.
Mhm.
The fact that it was there when you got in line is not a promise or guarantee that it's still going to be there when you get to the front.
But
Right.
Bonnie, what if they
Um,
spent all night for 6, 7, 8 hours waiting to pick up that item so they can have it for themselves or for their child, or to resurface it and put it on eBay so they can make a 200% profit? Then how would you feel if you were them?
Well, Kevin, this is what is going to be said.
It is nobody
good
is
luck next year.
guaranteed to be able to get every single item that they want. So you're going to have to be able to live with
But-
disappointment if you don't get
but-
every exclusive or
But
every
nerds are entitled these days. People are entitled. You know that. They feel entitled.
tough.
We need to fix that.
entitlement.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have that everywhere you go in life in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
That
I was in
the-
Hollywood.
rolled in from
I was in Hollywood over the weekend, and I was headed to Bordner's, which is a lounge bar kind of thing. It's really cool. They've shot a lot of old Hollywood stuff there. And I was taking a friend of mine there, and we were going to go have a drink. And I find a spot. There's an empty parking spot, and I go to back into that spot, and the guy pulls up next to me and he beeps, and I wind down my window, and he's like, "Hey man," he's like, "I actually turned around back there to get this spot," and he said, "So it'd be really cool if you could let me take that spot." And I was like, "Oh really? Like if I took this spot right here that I have my car in reverse and am currently backing into, it'd be cool if I gave it to you?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I started to wind up my window, and then I was like, Donald, you're being an asshole. Like, I could have done that because he might have been lying, And what he was doing was kind of aggressive in its own right. But I was like, okay, I'm going to just keep backing up. So I just kept backing up, and I backed into a driveway, and I drove off. Well, then I look ahead as I turn around the other way, and I look over, and the motherfucker drove away.
What?
So
you
then
didn't even take the spot?
no, and so then I park way down on another street, and I'm walking, and I see him walking on the street, and I look at him, and I go, "Hey, dude," I was like, "What's up?" I was like, "You didn't take the spot." And he's like, "Oh,
I guess I couldn't
yeah,
fit.
man, I thought you were backing into it. I didn't know you were going to keep backing up." I said, "You could have just saw me." I said, "I just kept backing up." And I said, "I backed into the drive and drove off." And he said something that was the perfect response. And he said, "We both found parking. We both made it here." He said, "And somebody else got a spot. It's all right." And that immediately deflated everything. And I was like, yeah, he's right. I can't be mad at that. So I said, "Yeah." I said, "You're right." I said, "That's cool." I said, "Well, have a good night. Enjoy yourself." He said, "You too, man." And then we both walked away. No harm, no foul. What could have been something like, I'm going to punch you in the, you know what I mean? Like, could have been a couple people fighting in the street.
Oh, man.
Just turn, it became something nice, which is good. So I'm glad he had that
I would have
mindset.
knocked him in the throat.
Yeah. You would have got out of the car and throttled him. You would have yelled it too. "Throat punch!" as he did it. Yeah,
Bonnie would have judo chopped him.
it's true. Anything else you guys want to add before we wrap this up?
If you just want to throw some of the pictures out there that you didn't throw out there.
Act Toby
different-
Fez says that the "I have no enemies" response. Yeah. What do you want me to throw out? Manchester Grand Hyatt lobby.
Oh, yeah,
This
that's
is
right.
one of the
There's that.
hotels you won't be able to afford, but you can look at it.
Yeah, because I remember Bonnie mentioned something about going into
Yes.
the lobby to hang out.
That's a great lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
lay on the floor,
I
though.
stayed there for a little bit one time just to get away from a little bit more of the crowds, decompress a little
It's
bit.
bougie. It's bougie,
It
but
is,
it's nice.
But
It's
they
nice though.
had a great DJ playing at the time when I was chilling in there, so that was nice. And then also Norman Reedus was like chilling in there too, like right across from me.
That's
Literally
funny.
right across from
Oh,
me. He was like 15 feet away. I'm like,
Gaslamp Quarter's cool.
Did you go like this, Bonnie?
in my head.
Hey, Norman.
It was in my head,
I
though.
watch you. I
I
watch
was
you,
just,
Norman.
I was just very, very subtly just like,
Ooh. Oh, damn.
he didn't notice. He was on his phone. He's not gonna
Asshole.
pay attention to me. Come on, Norman Reedus.
He's not even that good looking, so it's all good.
Wow, would you tell it to his face?
Why not?
Wow.
That's not disrespectful. Hey, you're not a good looking guy, but I like your work.
Okay, well,
That's kind of
different.
disrespectful. Yeah, that's pretty. Sal, you're ugly, but you're a very nice person. What?
And I know that. I know that. I knew that since the day I was born.
No, that would have taken at
Somebody
least
slapped me.
10 years. They slapped your ass. Or maybe they slapped your face because they thought it was your ass.
I mean, maybe there was 2 marks.
They were like, we can't decide which one's the ass. Just slap them both. Gaslamp Quarter. This is where you're going to spend a lot of time after the con. You're going to walk around. You're going to look for food. Keep walking. Most of that shit's taken. Lines are crazy. Go farther. Walk farther. I know your feet are hurting.
Art galleries that are down there.
Yeah, I know your feet are hurting. You're tired, but go find something better. Go
Listen,
find something
when
better.
it comes to getting food,
Mm-hmm.
do not be afraid to hit places that are a hole in the walls. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because those are the places that are gonna have
Hole
the
in
best
the walls are
flavor.
always the best.
Exactly. I
Mhm.
want to name a restaurant a hole in the wall.
There's a bar called the Hole in the Wall. Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, Sal.
Dang.
You weren't original there. Wah wah. We've got the Hilton in San Diego, the Bayfront lobby right here. This is where they have oftentimes, if you go upstairs, they will have burritos, breakfast burritos, and tacos and stuff available in the mornings. And they're usually reasonably priced because they make them in the kitchen and they're pre-packed, wrapped, and you just pick them up for like $5 or $8 or something. So it's not bad.
Do you ever have like street vendors up there in Comic-Con?
There are street vendors, yeah, but there's not as many as you would think, to be honest. You have to go farther for street vendors.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just so crowded. There's no room for them, and the police really watch that area well. Sean McGee says, so Kevin and Donald, are you going to have Jerry Conway or anyone sign some of your comics? Well, Jerry Conway was just at Comics and Cocktails, the Chatsworth convention, last month. So plus I've met him a long time ago. I met him in Long Beach, and he signed one of my Carnage comics, my all-time favorite series that he ever wrote. So I probably won't because plus I don't even know if he's going to be there. He's up there in age, and he is not looking amazing. He's getting old. You know what I mean? Yeah, he should have offered to buy me a drink, Sean, for all my trouble. You're not wrong. He should have been like, "Oh, I'll buy you a beer. Come with me." Okay, so it's a little telling of me, I guess, but I was on a date once, and the power went out where I was staying, and I was making dinner for us, and my neighbor, who I hadn't met yet, knocked on my door, introduced himself, and asked if I would like to go to dinner with him because his parents had gave him some gift cards to a restaurant, and since there's no power, he couldn't eat. And I told him, I said, "Oh, well, I have company." He said, "Well, they can come too." And I looked over at my date, and then I looked back over at him, and I said, "Sure." So my first date with this girl was with my neighbor, and we went out to eat at what was it? It was that pie place, the grandma pie place, whatever it is. It's the Marie Callender's.
Oh, we can.
So it was the three of us eating at Marie Callender's for dinner.
That is the granny pie place.
Yeah, so that's
the
the date I had.
You know, she told all her girlfriends, "Oh my God, this guy took me."
Well, we actually had
Callender's
many more
with-
dates after that. It actually went well. She thought it was funny, and she took it well. In other words, which was great because it could have gone really sour, really, really quickly, but it didn't. She was a good sport, so I appreciated that, and we got along very well. And
Nice.
She was a good friend for a long time. I don't know what happened to her. Now I don't have her number anymore. We just lost touch over the years, but she was a very good person, very nice. And see more pictures. What do we got?
Different Hall H pictures, Ballroom 20, I believe. Different cosplayers.
These are cool. Funko cosplayers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to see some of the best. Okay, let me pull that back up. You're going to see some of the best cosplayer photos, right? But you're also
Absolutely.
going to see that guy right behind Wonder Woman, dressed like either a Power Ranger or the Hulk, that bought his at a Halloween store.
Oh, yeah.
That right there, you're going to see that guy a lot.
Bought it from Wish.
Yeah, he did his best. You know what I mean? Like, he did his best. So it's fine. He's having fun, too. More cosplayers. This was a great one. Look at all that. That's amazing.
Are you dressing up, Donnie?
No, I'm not doing it this year.
No.
Nah, it's too much. Too much work.
You don't want to go as Rick Grimes or whatever his name is?
No,
Arrest some people.
I should, right? Dress up like the sheriff,
Mhm.
go around and arrest people.
Yep.
And then at the end, I hand him a business card, and it says, "You've been grimed." Surprise, motherfucker.
You've been zipped.
You're going to see this a lot. You're going to see a lot of people in cosplay posing, and you're going to see 500 photographers that need to get that photo for their website. And it's annoying because they're always standing in the way. They're never off to the side. They're directly where you need to be every time. Just deal with it.
Man, I probably would be like, move. And
You'd
just
probably walk
push
right
them
in
out of the way.
between right there.
I'd push people away. Be like, yeah, we're taking a picture. Move. You can wait.
Yeah.
Move. Belly bump them. Show
Yeah.
them how how strong I am.
Take a
Mhm.
speaker with you and have it queued up to play.
Exactly.
Bitch.
When you're sitting
Get
at
out of
the
the way.
Get
Get out of the way.
Get out the way. Bitch.
when you are a star of one of the panels in Hall H, this is where you're sitting, and that's our view as the guests in the convention, as the Comic-Con goers go. And when you are in the audience, this is what those people up there see. They see that. There's over 6,000 people that can fit into Hall H, if I recall, right?
6,500.
6,500. Yeah, 6,500 people that can fit into Hall H. And those bathrooms, not pleasant. So I recommend you get a pass clear down on the end over here, where you can go out of Hall H and go to the lobby bathrooms, and not go to the first one. Go to the second set of lobby bathrooms you can find, because those will be the least destroyed bathrooms, because you have, probably 12 bathroom stalls and 20 urinals for 6,500 people. It gets rough fast. So they do their best, but also don't sit over here near the bathrooms, because that smell is going to come out. It's going to waft out eventually and hit you.
And the flushing sound.
Yeah, so don't sit over there if you can avoid it. Sit over on the other side.
Also, another cool trick there. You remember all the years we were going to Hall H, and let's say there's a panel you really didn't care to, watch before, before the big ones came on. You can get a hall pass, so to speak, to leave for an entire panel, go back on the exhibit hall, buy something real quick or whatever, and then come. As long as you're back in time, you're good.
Mm-hmm. Here's the SDCC official packing list for you guys. I know we've discussed everything on here basically, but they did add COVID-19 tests, condoms, birth controls on there. Yes, take your birth
serious?
control. Yes, have your condoms. There is lots of sex that
Oh my God, it
happens.
does say that.
Yes, Kevin.
Wow.
There's lots of sex that happens
Why
at Comic-Con.
are you surprised?
I am surprised. When do people have the time, and where do you go to commit such activities?
In the ocean.
Bathrooms?
Bathrooms, janitor's closets.
Kevin,
dark
I'll explain it to you
corners,
after the
in
show.
hall. People will do it anywhere.
Are you serious? Well, that's right. You guys told me stories about the Arclight back in the day with the elevator. I was not aware of that. I was not aware of that. I was not aware of that.
I mean, I wasn't aware of the elevator, but it makes sense because it was the slowest
So-
elevator known to man. So
Yeah, on the lift, yeah. Theater 3 and Theater 10, not that I know that personally,
Yeah.
but I've just heard stories.
I heard it from several sources. I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah, man, we did that all the time. I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
and then the storage room behind the dome screen.
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
about that too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
How's it that no one got caught? Because especially if you had to go there to get popcorn or get some kind
Sometimes
of
you'd have a
material, how
lookout.
did you get caught?
I mean, I hear.
Oh.
Sometimes you'd have
Yeah.
a lookout. Somebody to look
Oh.
out for you. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so there's the whole list. Guys, this will be available on the SDCC blog, the official blog for San Diego Comic-Con. You can pull that up. Or if you do need a copy of this, just hit up Kevin and he'll make sure to get you that copy of the SDC packing list. I'll be too busy. I don't have time for that. But Kevin will do it for you.
Oh, like I'm not busy.
Yeah. I'll be at the con, man. You know my reception. You know my phone. I'm lucky it works.
Well, Sal has a personal assistant. Maybe he can do it.
I thought that was you.
No, it's not me.
Anyway, there's the list, guys. I hope you have a beautiful time when you go. Thank you so much for being on. Real quick, we have a few more comments, and then we're going to wrap this up. Sean says he should have offered. Yep. Sean McGee says, so Kevin and Donald, are you guys going to have Jerry Conway? No. Let's see. Oh, he is listed as a guest. He's not going to be there the whole time, I guarantee you that. I also had him sign things in the past at LBCC, First Power Girl and All-Star Comics, JOA number 200, and a bunch of other stuff. That's great. Yeah, he's a really nice guy, too. Scott Shaw will be there to sign Captain Carrot and the Zoo Crew comics. Dan Klaus will be there. Bring your 8-Ball and Lloyd Lulins for signing. Joe Duffy, bring your Bronze Age Power Man and Iron Fist. I do have a few of those lying around. I think I do have a first Captain Carrot, too. Somewhere.
Yeah, I think I do as well.
Yeah, I think we all probably do. Somewhere, somehow. But thank you, guys. Appreciate it. If you do have questions and you know our phone numbers, feel free to text us or message us on our socials, and we'll try to get back to you with questions with answers as much as we can. Otherwise, we can point you in the right direction. I'll just say, I don't know, ask Kevin. But we want to thank you all for being on and being engaging and commenting. This has been great. We appreciate you, and hopefully we will be back next week if I don't die when I'm at the con. we'll see what happens. It's always nuts down there. Thank you guys so
Ridiculous.
much. And perhaps if you're feeling thirsty while you're down there,
You'll have a ludicrous, refreshing, but always righteous Rumble Pop.
night, Mom. Love you. Night, Dad.